Hi everyone and welcome. In this video we will see how you can set up WIN-SN-TnH-M duct sensor, which is temperature and humidity sensor with Modbus RS485 output. Okay, and this sensor is specifically designed for duct, vessel and HVAC applications. Okay, now here on the camera you can see we have this duct sensor. Now here in this portion you will have your main sensor, and here you will have your circuitry. Okay, now I have power on this sensor using 24 volt DC power supply, and I have connected this Modbus cable with this ATC converter. Now this ATC converter is basically RS485 to USB converter, and this white cable is RS485 plus. This yellow and green cable is RS485 minus. This red and brown cable is VCC, and this black cable is the ground cable. We'll also get those details here in this label. Okay, so this sensor is already up and running. Now we want to read the temperature and humidity data from this sensor. Then how we can read it? So basically for testing purpose we are going to use the Modbus to read the temperature and humidity data. So here you can see I have this Modbus. Now I have already connected this ATC converter with my system. So let's check the port number, or you can say COM port number, on which our ATC converter is connected. So you can open device manager, and here on the COM port you can see our ATC converter is connected on the COM 3 port. Okay, so you can open your Modbus software. You can select holding resistor. You can select length 18. Okay, now in the first column we will keep 10 resistor, and in the other column we will keep rest of the resistor. Now in the connection you can click on connect, and here you can select COM port 3 because our ATC converter is connected on the COM 3 port. You can select baud rate 9600, data bits 8, parity none, and the stop bit 1, which is default configuration for this duct sensor. Okay, now I'm going to press OK, and here you can see this 40,001, the first holding resistor, is for the temperature, and this second resistor is for the humidity. Now to get the actual temperature you have to divide this value by 10. So the actual temperature is 30.9 degrees centigrade, and the actual percentage relative humidity is 37.7, and that thing is also available on their data sheet. So here is the data sheet for the duct sensor. Here you can see industrial temperature sensor and WIN-SN-TnH-M duct sensor. Now if you scroll down, then here you can see the configuration of your Modbus parameter. Okay, that default baud rate is 9600, data bits 8, parity none, and the stop bit 1, and we can read the data on the holding resistor. Now here on this photograph you can see the first resistor is temperature, the second resistor is humidity, and in the second column, okay, the resistor starting from number 11 is our default baud rate, and you have to multiply this baud rate by 10 to get the actual baud rate. So our actual baud rate, which we have selected here while making the connection, it was 9600. So you have to multiply this value by 10 to get the exact baud rate. Now this is the next resistor, which is selectable baud rate. So if you want to update the baud rate, then you can update the baud rate from this resistor. Now this one is the default slave ID, which is 1. Here you can see if you want to update the slave ID. So if you have multiple sensors in the same network, then you have to have update the slave ID, so that you can do from this 40,014 resistor. Okay, now this is for the parity, and this last two is for the stop bit. Okay, parity is none, so that's why we have selected 3 here, and everything is available on the data sheet. You can refer the data sheet, and you can configure your sensor according to your requirement. Now here you can see important note. Now temperature and humidity data are provided in the multiple of 10 for the more resolution. So if you are reading the data 309, it means that actual data is 30.9. So 30.9 is the temperature degree centigrade, and the humidity is 37.8. okay, or you can say 37.9. So I hope this thing is clear, that how you can integrate this temperature and humidity duct sensor with Modbus software. Now, similar to the Modbus software, you can connect this sensor with Modbus slave software, Modbus pole software, Node-RED, any PLC, any CAP server, or any other SCADA system using the similar fashion, okay, using your COM port. And if you are connecting this sensor with the Modbus RS485 to TCP converter, then you have to refer the documentation of that converter, okay, but the holding register and everything will remain as it is. So I hope this thing is clear, that how you can getting start or set up the temperature and humidity duct sensor from Augmatic Technologies Private Limited. Okay, so this sensor is provided to us by Augmatic Technologies Private Limited. Here you can see, duct sensor provided by Augmatic Technologies Private Limited, and this one is the temperature and humidity sensor. Okay, if you want CO2 sensor, then also they have it. If you want carbon monoxide sensor, then also they have it. And if you need VOC sensor, then also they will provide. And if you need output in Modbus RS485 format, so here we have this piece, okay. If you need output in analog 0 to 10 volt, then also they have the variants available also for analog 4 to 20 milliampere. Okay, so I hope everything is clear. I will provide the contact detail of the Augmatic Technologies in the description of this video. So if you want to buy, you can directly call them on their salesperson number, as well as here we have the email of the technical support as well as for sales, so you can contact them over the email. So let's meet in the future videos with more sensor from Augmatic Technologies Private Limited and 4G gateways from Augmatic Technologies Private Limited. Till then, take care, goodbye, and thank you.